So good afternoon. I'm Samuel Scribanti with the Lloyd Comp, and
I'm
this
Joel.
is Joel.
Hey Joel, nice to meet you guys.
Both part of the Barons Activity Council, and we just got some questions for you about the magazine sales.
Perfect.
So first off, we'd like to say thank you for allowing our school to participate in this magazine fundraiser, as it is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and it does bring in the most money for the school clubs and teams. My first question is just, you've kind of worked with the company for a little while, and there's been a decline in sales for our school over the last couple of years. And I just want to ask you, how would you motivate students to get out and start selling magazines so we can start getting back to the numbers where we were in the past?
Excellent, that's a great question. I'll just put it out, first of all, you guys aren't the only school who's seen decreases, so don't feel like, hey, how come we're not going in the right direction. Magazines in general, sales have been going down for a lot of schools over the last few years. What we've done as a company, as QSP Fundraising, we've brought on a lot of new initiatives in the last couple of years to help students and help schools like you guys raise more money. Magazines, a lot of people are getting them digitally nowadays. They're getting them on their iPad, their device, those kind of things. In your catalog, you guys will notice we've introduced about 75 digital-only titles, okay? So in our catalog, on page 6 and 7, 75 digital-only titles. That's a way some people want to get their magazines, so we're trying to accommodate that every year. We're adding more and more digital titles. So that'll help kids and their sales.
Okay? Services to student services.
Also, a lot of things we have is we've added ebooks this year. So not only do we have 500 magazine titles in your catalog, which everybody will get, there's 500 magazine titles on your school web store, which I'll talk about in a second. We've also got 166 ebooks we've added this year, so more selection. Okay, that'll help your school sales. You'll notice it says magazines and more. Okay, magazines you guys had probably for 30 years here at LCHS. More is a bunch of different programs we've added to help you guys and help your students and help your profit. We've added a Gifts We Love catalog. This is on your school website. When you guys go there with your family or your parents, you go to qsp.ca, enter in your special 7-digit school code number, which you guys all got on your letter. What's that number?
The number is 381-2849.
There we go, 381-2849. Go there with your parents. You guys will see all these catalogs, gifts. The Gifts We Love has all kinds of ornaments and gift wrap. And what else we got? There's all kinds of cooking utensils and soups and a bunch of different things, okay? Jewelry. So there's a bunch of different things there that help your sales for the school. You guys make about 40% profit on all this stuff. That's on your school web store. We've got another catalog called Festival. Festival Foods. There's all kinds of different dips and soups and chocolates. Okay, everybody loves chocolates. That's on your school web store. We've got Naturally Good, another catalog. Okay, all kinds of different granolas and healthy stuff and popcorn and nuts, those kind of things. Bloom. What do you think Bloom is? Flowers. Okay, flowers, bulbs. Grandma would love to get some of these things. Okay, I think it's bulb planting season. According, I'm not a gardener. All kinds of herbs and different things. That's on your school web store. Kitchen Collection is another brochure we've got. Okay, kitchen gadgets, stuff for dad, for grandpa, mom. Okay, and one more. It's called Life is Sweet. Obviously, chocolates, all kinds of good stuff. So those are certain things we've added to your school web store, to your fundraiser, to help you guys get more sales. Okay. On a motivational or student side of things, what can we do to motivate the kids and motivate your students to go out there and sell more? I think by breaking it down, you guys are having your advisory groups, your advisory classes. Maybe get the teachers involved to say, hey, what can our class do to increase our class sales? Yeah. And by increasing class sales, that'll increase your school sales. Yeah, all right. What's our school goal this year?
The school goal is set for 500 subscriptions this year.
500 subscriptions.
Which is up from last year, because last year we only sold 457. So, which comes out to about half a magazine per person. So, I mean, saying 500, I think we can do one magazine per person. So, we can definitely step that up.
Exactly. And that's probably my challenge to your school, okay? And that's probably your challenge to your fellow students. LCHS, I think you guys no doubt can do at least one magazine or one gift item or one chocolate or one Christmas wrap or one bulb package. Anybody can sell one item. If your whole school said, I'll buy in, I'll buy one for myself, a magazine, I'll buy one thing for my mom, one thing for my grandma, everybody can do one. You know what? If all you guys did one, your sales would double. You guys would make probably $10,000 in profit. And all that profit goes back to your, like you said, sports teams and different groups in the school, right? So I think that should be a good goal, even though we show 500 on the newsletter and things. I think you guys could do 950 to 1,000. Okay.
And then my last concern was just there are a lot of students in our building that have family abroad and not close to them in Canada. So how would you motivate those students to sell these magazines? Because most people will sell them to their family or their grandparents, but a lot of our students don't have near family or grandparents living in Lloyd or even in Canada. What would be your advice to those students to sell magazines?
Perfect. That's a good question. Let me borrow your letter there for a second. You know, most of the kids there, obviously your parents, probably grandparents, relatives, probably live around Lloyd. The population of Lloydminster is what? About
33,000.
33,000 people. Okay, that's a lot of people. I was at Medstead this morning, and they're 300 people, right? What those kids are going to do, and what you guys can do, is go to our website. Okay, so go to qsp.ca, enter in your 7-digit school code number, which is 381
2849.
2849. It's right there on your letter. It'll be plastered all over the school. And guess what? That's where you guys can go and send out emails to all your relatives, your family, your friends, your cousins, your parents' friends and relatives all over Canada. They can then buy their magazines or any of these gift items. All that profit from across the country comes back to your school. Okay? And that's a great way when you don't maybe have a lot of family here. People here might have family in Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal. Guess what? Send them emails, send them whatever you can. And from our website, guys, we will actually send an email out on your behalf. So once you register, I think you already registered, didn't you?
Registered.
Okay, how long did that take you to register?
Probably 2 minutes at the most. So
2 minutes. Okay, everybody out there, 2 minutes, go on to qsp.ca, enter in your 7-digit school code number. In 2 minutes, you register as a student of LCHS, and from there you can just fill in the blanks, fill in email addresses. Okay, you don't even have to write a letter. We will write a letter to all those friends and relatives on your behalf saying you're doing a fundraiser here at your school, you need their help. Click on this link, buy all your stuff, and you guys can win some prizes. Your school makes lots of money. So that's probably the best way for people. You know, back in my day when I sold magazines back in Yorkton Regional High School, I sold about 45 magazines in grade 10 and 11 each. A lot of that was door knocking, okay? People slamming the door in your face, people saying no, dogs running after you. It was a mess, okay? You guys can do that same thing by sitting behind your computer, sending out emails, putting stuff on Facebook, social media, getting people to go to your school website. They use your name. You guys get the credit. Your school makes the profit. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, so that'll definitely help.
that's good. Yeah.
All right.
The money goes to the clubs that the person writes on the top there. So it's a great way for us to support your school and come out and support your sports team in a financial way other than just participating in your sports team. And then that way we can help reduce the costs of player fees and travel fees. So it's a great way to come out and support your school. So I think if everyone wants to sell one magazine, that would greatly benefit the whole school.
That's right. And what are your guys' goals for magazine sales? Obviously being,
I'm going to try to sell between 5 and 10 this year. Maybe
There you
even
go.
More. I'll see if I can reach out to the networks and through the emailing. See
Perfect.
if I can reach more people that way.
And how about yourself, Joel?
Yeah, right around the same, 5
Okay.
to 10, hopefully. It all depends on who responds to your emails or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And don't forget, you know what? Your parents are probably getting magazines. If they're not, maybe they'll buy some of this other stuff.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of this other stuff is actually available for home delivery. So they pay just like any shopping site. They pay a shipping charge, hit the add it to their shopping cart, get sent right to their house no matter where they live in Canada. So a great way to get all those people. Don't forget, guys, not only your parents, grandparents, relatives, your family, there's so many businesses and offices here in Lloyd that get magazines. And you know what? My son back in Saskatoon, he's selling magazines for his school. We went to our doctor's office. They bought 10 magazines in one sitting. My son sold 10. So very easy way to get extra sales. Most of the businesses here, they would rather support your school and have the profits go here than writing those checks out to all the publishers across the country. All that money leaves your community and the big publishers make it. Why not keep those magazine subscriptions here, keep the profit here at your school, and your school benefits big time. Yeah. So.
Okay, well, thank you for the
All right.
advice.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Thanks for
we'll
having me,
definitely
guys.
get on these sales and
Perfect.
get to school.
Go get them. All right. Excellent.